Hello everyone, today I'm going to be creating an artwork using some of the textured papers that I created in a previous video. The previous video was Wabi Sabi textured papers, and I will put a link at the end of this video so that you can go back to that one and check out how I made these beautiful papers that I'm using today to create a landscape. I've chosen these two pieces of paper because they do relate to each other in colour. You can see some of the darker colours just hinting in the lighter coloured paper, and I think that they will work really lovely together. The board I'm using is about 15 centimetres square, and I'm just cutting out a piece of the lighter coloured paper to use as a background. I've chosen to use a heavy mat board for the substrate here. You could use any heavy board or paper such as watercolour or mixed media paper. You could even use this technique of collage on a canvas. Here I'm just looking at the piece of darker paper and deciding which part of it I'm going to use in this work. I decided to go for this piece because it's got some of those lovely dark colours running through it. And I've literally just torn the paper off and I'm getting ready here to glue it down. I've used Liquitex matte gel medium as my glue. Main thing is that you do glue it down very firmly, use plenty of glue. You could use PVA or a glue stick, whichever you prefer. Here I'm using Liquitex Basics, Burnt Umber and Mars Black. I'm going to mix these two colours. I'm looking for a neutral colour more on the grey side or the black side rather than the brown side. The reason for this is brown is a warm colour, so it's going to bring anything I paint forward. The greyer the colour, or using a little bit more black, it's going to send it more distant. And I'm painting distant trees, so I want those to look as though they're far away. So I'm keeping them the colour more to the cool side. So I'm finding the right colour here, and I'm pretty happy with that one. And here I'm using a clean brush and just adding some water just above the horizon line. This will help my paint just disperse a little bit. I don't want this paint too heavy. I want it semi-transparent. I'm using a number 5 Neef Taklon brush. I love these for working with acrylics. I also enjoy doing fine details on watercolour paintings with them, so they're quite handy brushes. Here I'm just randomly putting in some tree shapes just above that horizon line. And you can see that the colour is more to the grey side than the brown side, so I'm pretty happy with that colour. Just wiping the brush there and just skimming it along the horizon line, just to put some shadows there from the trees. Just little dabs to show some unevenness in that landscape. There's a little bit of a reflection there where I'm painting, but I guarantee you there is some paint going on there. Just softening off those edges with a little bit of clean water. Now I'm just using a little bit of the black on the brush and putting some darker shadows underneath some of those trees. You'll notice the one which is just second from the left. I'm not putting those dark shadows on because I want those trees to appear in the distance and they wouldn't have as much contrast. I'm crumpling a tissue and I'm just blotting those trees a little bit, adding a little bit of texture to them, which goes so well with the textures of the papers. Here I'm giving you more of a close-up so that you can see the textures in the work, which are really beautiful. The trees aren't quite finished, I will come back to them, but I'm just going to paint some birds. I'll do probably a couple and then speed it up for you so that you don't have to sit through all of that. You'll notice that I'm rolling my brush, and what that does, it takes off the excess paint and enables me to do finer details. It's quite easy to paint birds. I start with just a round shape for the head, and then a bullet shape that's tapered for the body, and then I place the wings on, and that's just the back wing going on. Quite easy. Just practice on a little piece of paper first and you'll soon get the hang of it. So I'm just using another neutral colour, using the black and the brown mixed together, and again more to the black side. I'm just speeding up this now so that you can just get the drift of how to paint birds. I'm just giving them another coat of paint because I decided that I wanted them a little bit darker than what they were. Now here I am, I'm finishing off those trees. I'm just adding some more shadows to the underneath of those groups of trees. I'm also adding some tree trunks or some branches, just to add those finer details and give the painting a little bit more interest. I'm not putting anything on that little group of trees in the distance, and we'll let them just be there and give the viewer a sense of distance. So here's my mat board, and you can see how beautifully it frames the artwork. You can see here how beautifully a mat board enhances the artwork. Here I'm using framer's tape, and I'm going to tape the painting to the back of the mat board using a hinge attachment. That's one piece of tape that allows expansion and contraction of the paper in humid weather. Thank you for watching. I will show you some close-ups soon of the artwork. I hope that you've enjoyed watching the video. If you have, I'd love it if you haven't already done so, if you would subscribe and hit that bell so that you'll know instantly when I upload new videos. Subscribing really helps grow my channel, and I would really appreciate that. I will put that link up for the Wabi Sabi textured surfaces so that you can go and make some papers and create a beautiful artwork. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next video.